So I want to start this video by first of all appreciating our very own Jacinta of South Africa. I believe the leader of the March and March group that has been dragged, that has been bullied, that has been harassed, insulted. In fact, literally, there's literally nothing Jacinta has not been told. Even as a married woman, as a South African, bold, courageous, and very intelligent, brave woman. Right? Even those that come, with two sides of their mouth to talk, today they are calling South Africans xenophobic, tomorrow they are saying South Africans are not xenophobic. In fact, broad daylight hypocrites, liars, and criminals as my own citizens, as Nigerians. They're all over. They're all over the media. They're all over the social media. We see them, we know them, but we don't talk. But as a matter of fact, if you are an OG here, you've been here from the onset, right from when Chidinma trended, we saw the true identity character of Nigerians: hypocrisy, double standard, and deceit, lies, propaganda. You will understand where I'm coming from. And that's why, especially if no one has done that or they are not doing it enough, I'm here to say a very massive thank you to Jacinta, to all the brave, courageous South Africans. I don't mean the double standard, hypocritical ones, so that are standing up in supporting the fact that all countries must unite when it favors them for their selfish intent. All countries must unite when it is in their right, in their own direction. But at the end of the day, if it hits them directly, you see them changing their mouth and saying, no, everybody must, learn to stand on their own, which is the same thing they will fall back to what Jacinta and her group and every truthful, brave South Africans are saying. It falls back to the truth, because truth will always prevail over lies. Light will always prevail over darkness. And I have been that one voice from the onset that has always stood on my feet to say, you know what? It is not because I hate my country. It is not because I am not, proud of my country. It is not because all that happens in my country, all that I see my country citizens, exhibit, behave, and go through as a result of their own attitude, character, and criminality does not get to me, does not hurt me. It hurts me. And that's why when you hear me speak, I don't know, naturally, when I am really, really touched, when something hits me, when I am really expressing it, I tend to be very, very serious. And you feel that from the tone of my voice. It's not because I am aggressive or violent. I express myself from the depth of my heart. I rather not speak about something than not speak about it the way it is from the depth of my heart, so that my voice and my message will be heard. And this is how I've been talking for the past how many years. I've been on social media, raising alarm, pointing out the character, the behavior, foreseeing what is definitely happening today in my country, Nigeria, that a time will come when the blood of the innocents will be shed as a result of our inability to accept the truth, to pause and take a retrospect, to look inward, to stand up to the truth and reality of us as Nigerians, to go back home as South Africans, Ghanaians, and all other countries in the world have always advised us, kicked us out to go and fix our country. It falls back to the truth, and it will always fall back to the truth of this South African saying, Ghanaian saying, go and fix your countries. All Africans must fix their countries. And that's the only true message, true sound, and true line I have ever heard in my life. It takes someone who loves you deeply to look at you in the eyes, look at you in the face, and tell you the truth. You know what? Your mouth stinks. You know what? You are smelling. You know what? Your character stinks. Go and do something about it. But others who hate you, who are hypocrites, double standard, will go behind you and say it at your back. They will laugh at you. They will never say it to your face. But this is what South Africans are doing to us. But what did they get in return? Propaganda, lies, blackmail, gaslighting, manipulation, and on and on and on I can literally think of. But did South Africans back down? No. They didn't back down, and they're not backing down anytime soon. If you hear me, one thing I've always said is I don't support violence, but in any way possible, you all can take actions by protest, by marching, by shouting, raising your voice to the ends of the earth, for the world to hear you and get your message clear that you are overwhelmed by the influx of immigrants, illegal foreigners, criminals in your country. I stand with you any day, anytime. I don't mix my words. With a gun pointed on my head, I stand for my truth. This has been my talk, my stance. And here we are. It took me courage, because for the past few days, I've been tormented, I've been depressed. I'm not ashamed to say that. I've been fighting it. because of the things I turn on the media to see every day. I'm someone that cannot see evil. I'm someone that cannot see injustice, bloodshed, pain, the tears of the innocent, especially the innocent going down 6 feet. And I will keep quiet. It hurts me to my bones. It hurts me to my marrow, and I shed tears. I wake up in the middle of the night. I think and I ask God, where are you? What is happening? I bet you with what I'm about to show us today, you guys stay with me on this one. Going on in Nigeria, and the media is silent. There's no protest, there's no evolution right now as it's supposed to be in Nigeria, because I am sure that if this was to be in South Africa, everywhere will be on standstill. The whole world will tremble. The entire South Africa will be shaking, will be on fire, screaming and shouting and marching to the ends of the earth, all the words, all the corners and crannies of South Africa, to put an end to this madness, this man's inhumanity to man of Nigerians going through their terrorism, unaliving of innocent souls. It's not Christians. This is both Christians, Muslims, the lives of the innocent ones. And to top it all, what has just happened today, I have not slept. Like, I've been going through migraine since ever I set my eyes on that video of a Nigerian teacher alongside others being tortured, beheaded. And as I speak, they are being held captive. It's been going on. It's been happening even right from, decades. I say decades. But where are the Nigerians who are fast and very quick to come out online to call South Africans xenophobic, to read the constitution and the laws of South Africa, to nationalize South African businesses, to call them names, to dent them, propagandas? Where are they? They are all silent. They are not talking. I've been talking. Watch my past videos. I've been showing. And you know the worst part? Nobody cares to listen as Nigerians. But I'm here with good news to appreciate this set of people that has come out to talk. Especially my own sister Jacinta, Ace, and the likes of them, who have come out here to say the truth just the way it is. And this particular Alex, an American guy who has been on this issue, it bleeds my heart to see this happening in a country called Nigeria. And these are the people in South Africa calling them names. Just to confirm and back up what I'm saying, you guys, take a look at these videos briefly. I will come back and we'll sum it up. Let's watch.
Nigeria. And this has become a day-to-day normal occurrence, that innocent people would go to work or come home from work and find themselves slaughtered. As people like Gumi Abubakar are saying that terrorists should never be our enemies, that they are one of us, that we should live with them side by side. And yet he walks free. From the east to the west to the north to the south, Fulani terrorists are ravaging villages and killing people. For decades this has not changed. How much longer will the Nigerians tolerate such killing? How much longer will injustice reign? Truth is that no international country is going to be the savior of Nigeria. Nigeria will only change by the ones within inside. To the Nigerian people, a peaceful and just country is up to you. It has become normal that the land would be fertilized with blood. And as pastors and politicians and people with power are focusing on elections, on money, on greed and power, people are suffering. As Christians, if we don't stand for the oppressed, if we aren't the ones who are to dish out justice on this earth, then our Christianity is useless. At all costs, Christians should stand for what is right. To the Nigerians that are being oppressed and persecuted, this is not normal. Having your families killed is not normal. Every morning I wake up to new reports of people that are killed. As a Christian teacher is beheaded, you have terrorists like Gumi who are saying we should defend them, that we should live side by side with them, that they are our brothers. Gumi, goodness and evil cannot coexist. Maybe in Islam, I don't know. For Christians, we are to fight evil. We are to stand for what is right and for what is just. And the killing of innocent people is evil, and we will fight it. A Christian teacher was beheaded.
Now this is what is currently happening right now in Nigeria. Toddlers are amongst 50 school children kidnapped in Nigeria. And mind you, this is not the first time it's happening. This is a regular occurrence. It happens all the time. Because there is a belief that there's some Islamic terrorist groups that are kidnapping children. Why have you not heard about it as much as you've heard about the xenophobia? We need the same energy that Nigerians have been investing in making TikTok videos, shouting to the AU, shouting in their parliament about this, as much as they are making noise about xenophobia. The same xenophobia that doesn't have a single person who's died so far, but they keep creating it. Now you have women and children and toddlers that are being kidnapped in your country. But you're more worried about so-called xenophobia in South Africa when you know very well that week in and week out, South Africans are showing you videos of Nigerian drug dealers running wild in the streets. And you guys want to tell us about African unity. If all these people across the African continent are serious about African unity, let's stand up for these toddlers. Let us stand up for these toddlers. The amount of noise and the amount of videos, the amount of TikToks, the amount of pressure that you are putting on South Africans about so-called xenophobia that doesn't exist because we were marching on the streets. We need that energy right now. That is the energy we need to save these children. And if you don't put in that much energy, then you are hypocrites. You are hypocrites. Because we need to see this African unity, this Pan-Africanism that you always talk about, this one Africa, there's no foreigner in Africa now, because these children need that energy right now more than ever. We need all these governments who are writing letters to our government about fake xenophobia to write to the Nigerian government, to write to the AU, to write to the Pan-Africanism Parliament, write to whoever and talk about this. We need that energy from the United Nations chairperson who was speaking about so-called xenophobia and how bad South Africa is. We need him to come now and talk about this. We need all that money that you keep putting in to keep these refugees and so-called asylum seekers that you keep in South Africa. Use that money to save these little girls. Save these little girls. Because we don't want this double-standardness that you guys are doing right now. Now we need your voice. Add your voice. If you are busy making noise about South Africa and xenophobia, make noise about this. We are waiting. We'll help make a trend. Save these toddlers. And these same Nigerian men that had big mouths to talk about South African men being useless, what. One thing I know is that us as South Africans, we would have been out on the streets by now if this was happening in our country. We would have been out in the streets if this was happening in our country. So we want you now to prove yourselves, because you've been running your mouths about South Africa. But you can't keep quiet now if something this big is happening in your country. You can't be invested in South Africa if something this big is happening in your country. So we are demanding that you save these toddlers. And it calls for all of you who are making videos about South Africa to stand up for these toddlers. They did not ask to be born in an African country that cannot protect us. That's why we stand up and protect our country, because this is exactly what we don't want to happen in our country. We don't want this to happen. So you have a responsibility, all of you who are making videos about South Africa, and even those same South Africans who are defending so-called xenophobia, who are calling it Afrophobia, you have a responsibility to speak up about this as much as you are speaking up about xenophobia. Don't do the double standards thing. These children need you. And it's not about proving points here. It's about saving these children. We need that energy. We need that noise that you are making for these children. They didn't ask for this. So stand up and speak up about it.
Divide and rule. It worked on our parents, and now it's working on us. I've been so sad since yesterday seeing those who we know for a fact are fighting for Nigeria are now fighting amongst themselves. Please, in this video, I'm not standing on anybody's side. I'm standing on the side of Nigeria. There are people that we know on the Nigerian social media space who have been speaking up, fighting for a better Nigeria in different ways, because everybody get their own style. Why are they not fighting amongst themselves? It made me so sad. I'm like, what is going on? Eyes on the price. What's be that price? Nigeria must be free from the shackles of bad leadership. Nigerians deserve a better future. Nigerians deserve better. Nigerians must get better. And we are seeing, in our parents' time, they use religion to divide them. Religion, tribalism. Small. We don't they fight them. We don't they say no. Muslim, Christian, we are all one. Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, Ibibio, Efik, all the tribes of Nigeria, we are one. If it better for A, it don't better for B. What is happening now? It's not social media. It could be like say, now social media now, the one they use, they divide us. Who has more clout? Who does not have more clout? Who has more attention? Who does not have more attention? Who is fighting for the people? Who is the real activist? Who is not the real activist? No, now. Let us not forget the reason why we are all fighting in the first place. Now, they beg all of you now. Please, we appreciate each and every one of you who is fighting for a greater Nigeria. We appreciate you guys from the depths of our hearts. For those of you, especially those who are boots on ground, you get us where they are abroad, where they fight. But those of you who are boots on ground, they feel the pain in real time. We appreciate you not die. I am pleading with you all. Sheath your swords. If you must point your swords, point it at the politicians that have put Nigeria in a perpetual state of hunger and abject poverty. That should be where everybody's arrow should be fired at. The everyday Nigeria, we are all one. It a pinch all of us. Even those of us who are abroad. We would love to be in our fatherland. That condition I make a fish bend. Now beg they beg all over now. Please, eyes on the prize. The price is a new Nigeria that is enjoyable for all and not just politicians. Love you guys.
Ghanaians, come. There is an observation made, and I want to speak with you people. How the heck did you people leave your brothers and relocated to stay closer to devils? I don't understand. Ghanaians, I hope you people understand that you people should be in the southern part of Africa, not in the western part of Africa. Your brothers are South Africans. I hope you people know that. I don't know how you people gave a space for all these Zimbabweans. These Zimbabweans that are brothers to Nigerians now came and relocated themselves to South Africa. I don't understand how you people did that. Please, Ghanaians, come back home. Zimbabweans, please, get out of that space. It belongs to Ghanaians. Please. Just, all of you people should just relocate and go back to your brothers who are Nigerians and give a space for Ghanaians. They are the real siblings and brothers of South Africans. Simple. Because the truth is, I don't understand, like, all these relocation processes, when you look at Ghanaians, you know that Ghanaians don't behave like West Africans. No, all due respect. Ghanaians are too sophisticated. These people are too superior in their mentality. If you people understand how much South Africans wish that you people are actually the ones closer to them, South Africans will give everything to ensure that you people are the ones closer to them, and that Zimbabweans will just vanish and get closer to Nigeria, because it is the same mentality. Zimbabwe, Nigeria, same mindset, same mentality. They resonate very well with Nigerians, whereas South Africans and Ghanaians, the same thing, just the same thing. So Zimbabweans, please, when you people are done, you people can go back home. Your brothers are waiting for you people. Your brothers who are demons like you people. You people can just go back to your hell and do your thing. Nobody will disturb you. Nobody will disturb you, because Nigerians are bringing so much chaos to Ghana. So Ghanaians need to go back to their home and enjoy the freelance and the beauty of South Africa. These are the two people that are supposed to be together, enjoying things and making the world a better place through Africa. So South Africa, it's fun.
You guys, where is the lie? If we think, as Jacinta has said, we are truthful and honest, why have the entire African leaders not raised their voice, at least if they truly care about African unity, Pan-Africanism, whatever nonsense, to say, no, this is beyond, the line for Nigeria. Tinubu is old, he's weak, he's not even in his right senses. He's going through dementia. That's not a president. He's not a leader. His mind, his brain, everything about him is old. He's not in sync, in line, in connection with his reality. So I wonder when people say, what is Tinubu saying? Tinubu should release press statement. No! These youth that are on the media every day, especially that one with the dreaded hair, insulting and abusing South Africa every single day. And his likes that has run away like headless chicken, toothless bulldogs and lions are supposed to be on ground in Nigeria as I am, taking to the streets and calling for revolution. In fact, I trust Kenyans and South Africans. If it were them by now, they would have taken to the street. There would have been a serious revolution in Nigeria, so to speak. Everywhere would have been shaking, because this would have been more than enough. It's overdue. Like, it's more than enough. But what are we seeing? What are we seeing? What are we seeing, you guys? That was a teacher beheaded on the live camera. on the live camera. Forgive my emotions. On the live camera. Tortured. So many of them are going through torture. Children, if you're a mother, you understand. My mom was a retired teacher, so I can relate. These are people's father, uncle, husband, brother, relative. Oh my God. And this is a country we call our own as Nigeria. At this point, I wish South Africans can chase all the countries in the world can chase all Nigerians back home. Let's come back and face it, because they are too quick to be in the diaspora all over the world, scattered and talking rubbish about South Africa. Even the ones in South Africa, the ones in Ghana, are there in another man's country, making noise, committing crimes, selling drugs, destroying other people's country as they have destroyed their own. Do we have a country called Nigeria at this point? No. Absolutely no. Absolutely no. Absolutely no. No, we don't. We don't. And you hear the lady say, instead of focusing on our reality, we are busy fighting each other. I'm talking, they're in the comment section leaving comments against me, like I'm the problem, like as though I'm the problem. Rivaling against themselves. Tribalism, rancor, religion, hatred, bitterness has taken over the hearts of people who are supposed to be shaking the world today as a result of this. What extent again are we waiting for if this is not more than enough? You need to take your time and research about what is happening in Nigeria. The gruesome unaliving of people every single day. It was in the north, now it's gone to the southwest, it's gone to south, it's coming down, and before you know it, the entire 36 state of Nigeria is invaded. There are over how many groups of this terrorist group we're talking about currently in Nigeria, being sponsored by Nigeria, by Nigerian leaders. At what end? At what end? If you are any country citizens, I don't want to mention name here, and you think what South Africans are doing, fighting to defend themselves from, the tormentation, the challenge, the pain, the gruesome, criminality is being perpetrated by these Nigerians and other Africans in their country, name it non-Africans, you understand the pain of South Africans and not judge them. They say when you wear the shoe, you will really know where it pains, it hurts. I love what Jacinta just said. Even you who is supporting as a South African, ask yourself, can you live in a country like Nigeria? Do you want South Africa to completely be like Nigeria? Before you understand, are you for real? Are you for real, or you're just being a hypocrite? If we are one Africa, I believe this is the test of faith for us to prove it. Where are all the African leaders? Where are the Nigerian senators? Where are the Nigerian movie actors? Let us stop the stupid act of xenophobia in South Africa. Let us stop the stupid act of xenophobia in South Africa. Will you shut it up? Will you shut it up, all you cowards? Men of, no integrity, no bravery, no courage. Cowards. Criminals. May the blood of the innocent haunt each and every one of you down and your entire generations. May all who has a hand and support all this evil be met in such conditions. I'm livid. And you ask South Africans not to protect their own boundaries and their country? They should be overshadowed, displaced by foreigners, immigrants. Really? Is UK not protesting? Are all these countries not protesting that immigrants are taking over and they're overwhelmed, they're tired? Why didn't you call them xenophobic? But you'll be fast to call South Africans xenophobic. You carry video clips that are from other countries, you make it up and twist it. This is not to say South Africans are saints, no. And you make him want to suit your evil, cheap narrative. You should be ashamed of yourself if you're a Nigerian and you'll get to wake up to your reality. No country should be spared in South Africa. Every country go back home. And if you leaders or hypocrites, whatever you call yourself, think you are for Africa, look at what is happening in Nigeria. Let's raise our voices. My voice is not loud enough and cannot be loud enough to be heard. We are being shut up every day. Every day. I am also weak because I'm a human. There are limits to what I can take. I can't sleep watching all these things happening. We are not safe. We are not safe in our country. Our lives are under threat. And we have leaders who are doing nothing about it. We have citizens who are running away in other people's countries, scattered all over the world, abusing and disrespecting them, and not even talking and focusing on what is happening in their country. But they are too quick and too fast to know what's happening in other people's country and tell them, you must accept us by fire, by force. You must accept us by fire, by force. Really? South Africans, well done. Jacinta and all the group leaders, fire on. I am solidly behind you. I have told God, this is my country, I go nowhere. I'm standing here. And whatever it pleases him, let him do it. I pray for the souls of those that have lost their life and those in captive. And I pray for the grace of God to render solution to what is happening in Nigeria. So help us, God. Let's talk in the comment based on all we're seeing here. Like, share, and stay subscribed. I'm sure going to see you in my next one. Thank you.